It's been 10 years since the Northeast went dark. On this day in 2003, a tree branch in Cleveland caused tens of millions of people to be without power for several days. Tonight, Pat Bailey takes a look back at the chaos and how one local village actually bucked the trend and kept the lights on.
Why did this happen? How did it happen? And why did the steps that were supposed to have been taken decades ago so this didn't happen again, why did that not happen?
10 years ago, much of the Northeast went dark for more than a day, causing panic and chaos, especially in New York State.
No TV, no radio, no computer, no air conditioning, no refrigerator, no freezer.
At that time, no one knew the cause or length of time they'd have to sit in the dark.
They're not allowed to walk up 16 floors.
Several days later, a long tree branch in Cleveland was found to be the source of the problem. However, it wasn't the only thing to blame, as power companies were quickly put under the microscope and questioned about their durability. 10 years later, National Grid sent this statement: "Our transmission and distribution systems are stronger today than they were 10 years ago. National Grid has spent more than $1.6 billion on our upstate New York electric system, making improvements, replacing old equipment, and making repairs where needed." 10 years ago, when most of the Northeast was out of power, including the capital region, one small village locally maintained power. They did lose it for a short time, but it went on right away, and it stayed on throughout the blackout.
And the governor had declared an emergency, and he wanted everybody to conserve power. And here we were, we had all of our power on. Kids were playing in the park under the lights. It looked like Yankee Stadium at night up there.
And while 50 million people sat without power nearly 2 days, 2,500 people in the village of Green Island, which has its own power authority, enjoyed what everyone else was missing. So Green Island became the most popular place in the region that day.
I think our population went up more than anywhere.
Is it because of your system, or was it luck?
I'd like to say it was because of our system, but I bet you it's a little bit of both.
In bright Green Island, Pat Bailey, CBS 6 News.
That was quite a day.
Do you remember it?
Vaguely. I think the lights were out, so I don't remember seeing much of anything.
Your personal lights were out that day.
Everything went,
I'll tell you, I actually remember it because I had a public appearance. I was going to MC a dinner for the Little Sisters of the Poor that night and never made it. And I think the Little Sisters filled in for me, and and they were very gracious about it. But I always remember that was such a big news day that there was no getting out of here to do anything.
I remember us covering
it.
I remember myself covering it. I don't remember how it affected me. I think because I was probably here.
That's what I'm saying.
Thankfully,
I think
our batteries
we all
were charged, so we had something to do.